Oh God, I'm so done with these chips. Oh. Molly!
What?
I fell on the chips and I crushed them.
I have a recipe for those.
Let's do it.
Hey everyone, it's Molly. Today we are making chocolate chip potato chip cookies. Cookie balls, I guess. So I'm going to start out by creaming my butter, sugar, vanilla, and egg yolk together. And I'll put the recipe for you guys down below in the video's description box so you'll have that. And just cream all that together until it's light and fluffy. You could do this with a mixer, you could do it by hand. It'll probably be easier if you use a mixer, but whatever works for you. Okay, so you're going to, oh, there we go. Now you see me adding the egg yolk, and I'm just eyeballing the vanilla. And in it goes. So these should be good. I've never had a potato chip cookie before, but I've heard of them. So I'm excited to try this. All right, don't forget to scrape your bowl down occasionally just to make sure you get everything incorporated. So that's what I'm doing here. And my oven is preheated to 325 degrees Fahrenheit, and you're going to want to use a greased cookie sheet or a cookie sheet with parchment paper on it or one of those silpat mats on it, just so they don't stick. And then I'm going to show you, yes, beat it till it's light and fluffy. So there we go. Okay, so my mixer is mixing, and there I am reading the recipe. And now I'm going to gradually add the flour, and it's just all-purpose flour that I've got here. And you want to make sure it's sifted before you measure it so that you're getting a more accurate measurement. So just gradually add it in on low and get it incorporated. And then we'll add our walnuts and our potato chips. And honestly, at this point, I kind of thought about just mixing the chocolate chips in with the batter because it says to press them on top of the cookie balls, but so I almost mixed in the chocolate chips too, but I didn't. I decided to just follow the recipe and see how it is. So let me speed this up for you guys. All right. So I had Dan help me with this part. As you can see, we have some parchment on a cookie sheet. You want to roll these into 1-inch balls, and I don't think they'll spread. So I put them pretty close together on the cookie sheet, and we'll see how that works out for me. So again, we're going to press chocolate chips onto the top of it. It said press 2 to 3 chocolate chips. I did 4. And I still had chocolate chips left over. I think next time if I make these again, I'm just going to mix the chocolate chips into the actual dough. I don't know why this recipe is having you press it on top, but we'll see how it turns out. And there I am eating the dough. I'm not recommending you do that, but I love raw cookie dough, even though it can make you sick. So I haven't gotten sick from it yet, but one day I'm sure I'll learn my lesson. Hopefully not, but all right. So just roll them into 1-inch balls and then press your chocolate chips on top, and then they bake for about 20 to 25 minutes. It says or until done in a 325 degree Fahrenheit oven. So I will let you know how long these about take me. All right, and it says it makes 2 to 4 dozen. So yeah, I think we're probably going to get closer to 2 dozen. I don't know how, unless you made these really small, I don't know how you could really get 4 dozen out of it, but we shall see. All right, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Hey everyone.
Hey everybody.
It's me and Dan. And the cookies. They look really good.
Looks like you found something to make with those crushed chips.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I think I've heard of potato chip cookies, but I've never had one. So I'm very excited. And I'm kind of surprised to see it in an old cookbook. So this is the Good Housekeeping's Book of Cookies, and this is from 1958. So crushed potato chip cookies were a thing back then.
They
So
look good.
Yeah, they do. Let's give them a shot.
It's a pretty good cookie.
Yeah, not a strong potato chip flavor, but you can tell that there's something in it. And it gives it enough salt so that you don't have to add salt to the recipe. So these are really good. And like I said, in the recipe description, in the video description for the recipe, you could use whatever type of chocolate chip you want. You could use white chocolate chips. You could try other flavors of potato chips. Yeah, you could do M&Ms. You could try other flavors of potato chips. Not sure how that would work out, but it might be interesting. You could do other types of nuts, or you can leave the nuts out. So I think if I made these again, I would probably just mix the chocolate chips into the dough.
Yeah, definitely.
So, yeah, I think that might make it easier. But these are great, and they're cute. Look how cute they are.
Mm-hmm.
So these baked for exactly 25 minutes, and then when I took them out of the oven, I just left them on the cookie sheet to cool. So these are still warm. The chocolate is still soft. But yeah, so your baking time might vary, but they look great. They're actually really good. This is a success.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so let me know down in the comments if you plan on making these cookies, and then what type of chip, nut, and chocolate chip.
Combination.
Thank you, Dan. Combination you plan on using. Were you going to do this one, the one we did, or are you going to do a different one? So I'd like to hear your ideas.
Definitely do a different one.
And then I will leave a link above to the other chocolate chip cookie recipe I just did. Those had shortening and were from another similar book.
I like these better.
You do? I think they were both good.
The other ones were okay, but these are definitely better.
Okay, well, there you go. Dan approved. All right, I hope to see you guys in the next video.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.